The greatest adventure ever assembled. Rated everyone 10 and up.
Hello. Welcome back. It's been a few months since our last episode, and by this point, summer has ended, and September is coming to an end. Tonight marks the 30th. By this point, everyone should be back in school, reluctantly or not. To celebrate this, we are having a small back-to-school special here tonight. And the pertinent feature about coming back to school and being in school is High School Big Shot, film directed by and written by Joel Rapp. And it was produced by the legendary, of course, Roger Corman, who, like I said in the very first episode of this whole thing, was a name you were going to hear a lot. The film is about a character named Marv, who is going to potentially seek a great fortune and turn his life around. Let's see if he is successful. Thank you for being here, of course, and welcome back to Russey Reels.
I understand you're a friend of Harry March.
Who's Harry March?
Best safecracker around? Maybe the best in the business?
Never heard of him.
Okay. Just thought you might be interested in a deal.
Wait a minute, kid. What kind of a deal?
What difference does it make? You said you didn't know him.
I make friends real easy. What kind of a deal?
A big deal. $1 million. Cash.
And at this point, Hamlet picks up the skull of Yorick and delivers a famous speech. Now, to whom was this speech delivered? Vince, would you mind answering the question, please? Vince!
I'm sorry, Mr. Carter. Would you repeat the question, please?
To whom was Hamlet's famous graveside speech delivered?
I don't know, man. I didn't catch the name and address on the envelope.
That's very amusing, Vince. I don't think that you'll find a failing mark in this course quite as jocular. Marvin, would you answer the question, please?
Yes, sir. The speech is from Act 5, Scene 1, delivered to Horatio and the Gravedigger.
Very good. If some of the others of you would emulate Marvin, concentrate your efforts toward learning something, you might all be a lot better off. Well, I guess that should be enough for today. I just want to remind you that your term papers are due on Wednesday. And for several of you who are on the borderline, you might profit by putting a little extra time and energy into this paper. Hello, Marvin. Can I see you a second?
Yes, sir.
Have you given any more thought to college? The term's going to be over in a week, you know.
Well, I still haven't made up my mind what I'm going to do, sir.
Oh, Marv, you had so much to offer. It's a shame if you don't take advantage of it.
Well, I know, sir. I'd like to go to college, but, well, it costs money, you know, and...
Yes, I know. And I'm still working on that scholarship for you. I think maybe we'll be able to figure something out.
I sure hope so. Thank you, Mr. Carter.
Hey, Fink. What's the idea of trying to make a fool out of me in there?
I don't understand what you mean. That's...
Oh, can it? Now, you know what I mean. Answer that question like you were some kind of a king or something.
Okay, Vince.
Look, anytime you think you're
Hey!
better than me, we...
Get your big paws off of him.
Hey, when did you start playing nursemaid to this creep?
Ever since you started trying to be Tarzan or somebody.
That's all right, Betty.
No, it's not. Now get out of here and leave him alone, you animal.
Oh, okay, baby. If you want to play mother, I'm not going to stand in your way. Am I going to see you tonight?
No. I have other plans.
Okay, baby. You change your mind, just give me a call.
You didn't have to do that, Betty. Maybe you're getting mad or something.
Look, what do I care? The world's full of guys like you. You're kind of special. Well, look, I'm serious. I've kind of wanted to say this to you for a long time.
Betty, you go with Vince. He's sort of the star of the whole school.
Boys like Vince will never amount to anything.
Betty, will you go out with me?
I practically asked you out, haven't I?
Well, yeah.
Well, how about tonight?
I thought you said you were busy tonight.
I'm busy for him.
Oh, sure.
Fine. Pick me up at 8.
Okay, I'll pick you up at 8.
I'll see you then.
Yeah. Betty? What about Vince?
Don't worry about Vince. I can take care of him.
Hey, Marv, that you?
Yeah, Pop, it's me.
Everything go okay today?
Uh-huh. Hey, how come you're getting all dressed up?
I got a date tonight. Real sharp girl I met down Tony's.
Well, I've got a date tonight, too.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, who with?
Betty Alexander.
Eddie Alex. Hey. Hey, she's the best looking chick in the whole school, ain't she?
She sure is.
What in the world's she going out with you for?
That's okay, Pop. I know I'm not much, but she likes me.
Gee, kid, fine, fine. Just a chip off the old block after all, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, Marv. I was wondering, you got any money on you?
Well, a couple of dollars, Pop, but...
Look, kid, there's a real fancy girl, you know what I mean? Well, I'm gonna have to take her out to supper, probably, and, well, you know.
I know, Pop, but I got a date tonight myself. I don't get paid until the 15th.
How much you got?
Well, $6 and some change.
Tell you what, we'll split even, okay?
Okay, Pop.
Thanks, boy. Oh. By the way, I think I'm going to have a job next week.
Really?
Yep. I met a guy today who's sure he can put me on full time.
Be swell, Pop.
Hey, don't worry, boy. I'll hang on to this one. No more booze for me, I promise. Pretty soon we'll have money enough to get out of this dump. You can quit that crummy job of yours and go to college like you want. Like your mother wanted you to.
I know, Pop.
Thanks, kid. Have a good time tonight, huh?
You too, Pop. I'm sorry, Betty, honest.
Oh, that's okay. At least it was a good movie.
It's just that I had to give some money to Pop and...
Oh, just forget it. I'm having a lovely time.
Betty? I've got almost $1 left. Would you like to have a Coke?
So this guy grabs this chick by the neck, see? And he gives her a couple of whacks right across the pussy. Man, he like to knock her head off. Hey, Daddy, you don't dig my act or something?
What's the matter, Vinny? That chick Betty bugging you?
Ah, she don't bug me none. Yeah, why should she? We got so much stuff around here, we have to beat it off with a club.
Yeah, so where's it all hid? Hey, am I seeing right?
Oh, man, I don't believe it. I must be cracking up.
What is she doing with that thing?
Well, I thought the zoo closed at 6 o'clock.
Yeah? So how come you got one of the animals out for a walk?
Yeah, very funny.
Look, Betty, I think we better go on home. I've got some homework to do.
You weren't going to let these big apes scare
No,
you
it's
away,
not
are you?
that. It's just I've got some homework to do.
Okay. Come on. Well, good night, boys. Better stay off the streets before the dog catcher sees you without your licenses.
Boy, she sure got salty in a big hurry.
Where does that cheap broad come off? Talking to us like that.
Hey, Vinny, let's follow him and give him a going over, huh?
Yeah, like the guy in the store that Bert was telling me. Oh, you guys stay here.
Hey, I thought you said that chick didn't move you.
She don't. Not at all.
Thanks, Marv. I had a real good time.
Well, it would have been better if I'd had more money.
Next time, maybe.
You mean there's going to be a next time?
Well, if you want it.
If I want it, of course I do.
I was just afraid. Well, I'm not real smart or anything. I thought I might be kind of dull.
Oh, no. You're not dull.
Thanks. Marv, I hate to ask you for a favor or anything.
Go ahead. Anything you want.
Well, it's Mr. Carter's Shakespeare class. You know, I'm kind of on the borderline. If I don't pass this class, I'm not going to graduate. And my old man will kill me for sure.
Well, if you write a good term paper, you'll pass.
That's just it. No, I don't understand him. Shakespeare, I mean. He's so deep. I don't know what to do.
You want me to write a paper for you?
Oh, no. I just thought maybe you'd help me a little bit.
I don't mind. It'll only take me a couple of hours.
Would you? I mean, would you really? Thanks, Marv. I'll never forget it. Well, good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
night, Betty.
Oh, Vince. You scared me to death.
Look, what's with you two?
With me and Marv? Oh, you can't be serious.
Look, you were with him. You went out with him instead of me.
Oh, but honey, I just wanted him to write my term paper for me.
You sure that's all?
Well, of course, silly. You don't think I could possibly see anything in him, do you?
No, I didn't think so.
Well, you see, actually, it's kind of for us. If I don't pass the course, I won't graduate. My parents won't let us get married or anything.
Yeah. But, why did you kiss him?
Kiss him? You call that a kiss? Now, this is what I call a kiss.
Betty? Now? Have you ever thought about marrying anybody?
Sure. No, I wanted to marry Rock Hudson once, but he was taken at the time. So then I decided I'd marry Gary Cooper, and I found out he had a daughter older than me.
I'm
so...
serious, Betty. You know what I'm getting at.
After all, Marvin, you have to go to college and everything.
I won't go to college. I'll get a full-time job. I bet Mr. Matthews will put me on for $75 a week.
75. I guess I misled you just a little. I mean, you're sweet and smart. And I think someday you'll really be somebody important. Little Betty isn't ready to settle down and try and live on $75 a week. Could I've been poor too long for that. Oh, look, I'd better be going. My old man will be full of questions. He thinks I'm a tramp. What's the matter?
What's the matter? You said your father thinks you're a tramp?
Just when he's feeling good. If you could hear some of the things he's... One night when my mom was out, someday I'm going to show him. I'm going to come back here with my diamonds and my furs, and I'm going to throw him right in his stinking face.
Marv.
Hmm?
How come you ain't out with Betty tonight?
No, she wanted to stay home tonight. Said it makes her old man happy if she stays in every once in a while.
Oh, I see. Look, Marv.
Hmm?
What would you say if I got married again?
Well, what brought that on, Pop?
Well, I figure you'll be through school soon. Probably be going to college or getting married, maybe. Man's got to have someone look after him in his old age. I got that job coming up.
She the girl you met down at Tony's, Pop? You love her?
Oh, she's a wonderful kid. Sweet as pie, you know what I mean?
Who are you trying to convince, me or you?
No, really. She's different.
Pop, if you got married, you'd have to hold a job.
Oh, would boy. I'd do anything in the world for her.
Well, I guess you love her then.
Would you mind?
No. I think it's great. When's the big day?
That isn't settled.
Pop, have you asked her yet?
Fact is, I haven't, but that won't be no problem, boy. I can tell.
Well, I'm real happy for you, Pop. You know, I guess there's nothing in the whole world as nice as being in love.
Hiya, kid.
Hi, Miss Matthews.
We've got another deal going.
How much is involved?
$1 million, cash.
Yes?
Excuse me, Miss Matthews. You want to sign these papers?
Later, kid. I'm real busy.
We've handled some big deals before, Walt, but never $1 million.
Everybody, we've never brought in this much heroin before.
What's our cut?
25%.
Good enough.
The boat's due in Saturday night. Money will arrive here sometime Saturday afternoon.
Who's bringing it in?
Never mind. It's coming, you can rest assured. Now, I'll put it in the safe. And at exactly 11:15, I'll be back with the guy carrying the dope. I'll give him the money, and we'll make the exchange.
Isn't it a little risky leaving $1 million in the safe that long?
Nobody will know it's there. And I'd rather have it here than carry it around, if you follow me.
Sure.
Now, all you have to do is open the doors for us at 11:15. And then stand by to make sure that there's no double cross.
Okay.
Well, that's it. I guess all we have to do now is wait. I'll see you, Biff.
Take it easy.
Hey, kid. Kid!
Yes, sir.
Let me have a look at those papers.
Who could possibly want to hurt Mr. Cooper?
Johnny,
You're still afraid.
stop it now. I mean it.
Now, back to High School Big Shot, hosted by Russey Reels. Alright, welcome back. Of course, as always, we got a root beer to try tonight. This is Judge Wapner root beer. And on the bottle, it says, "I sentence you to drink my root beer." Now, for those who don't know, Judge Wapner was a kind of similar to Judge Judy, but I think, I don't know too much, but I think more credible, because he didn't like Judge Judy because he thought it was too fake, I believe. So we're gonna, if we can get it open, we're gonna try the Judge Wapner root beer. Okay. I don't drink a lot of soda, so that's the first thing I've had in a while, so always my eyes water. That was not concrete enough. That's pretty good. It's not the best I've had. Nothing has beat Margot's Dark yet. I mean, I think this is better than... What was the last one? I can't remember. Gene Autry, I think. It's better than the Gene Autry root beer, but it's not too crazy. Anyways, Marv Grant, our young, star, is finding himself, in traditional fashion, being bullied in these types of films. And I think it's funny how Bill Dungserman films, or teenage films, or coming-of-age school films, rom-coms, teenage comedies, etc., have always had the critique of having actors who do not look the age of their characters. With child actors, you can't really do it, because obviously someone can't play someone who's a child and look like a child. But here it's a little egregious. No one here looks like an 18 or 17-year-old. Tom Pittman, who played Marv Grant in this film, is 26. So I cannot imagine the extras or any of the people to be any closer to 18 than he is. At least they don't look it. So I I think that's just a funny critique, but here I think it looked like they did not care, and these people are a little too old. But yeah, Marv Grant is, finding himself bullied, and he's also finding himself in a pretty dark present, and he's got kind of a, dim to bright future, depending on how he goes about this money. But he, in the present, is 1, being bullied. 2, his father is an unemployed drunk. And number 3, his girl, quote-unquote girl, is double-crossing him. So, he's a character who's bright, right? He's very smart. And, as smart as he is and as well as he reads Shakespeare, he really cannot see the tragedy that is unfolding and surrounding him. I think what's scary about this is kind of similar to like a Walter White or a pseudo Walter White. He's going to use his intelligence to do some kind of crime to benefit him and change his world. Maybe help his dad out, maybe impress the girl. But I think with that, in characters like Walter White or characters like that, because Walter White and Thomas Shelby and Don Draper, those kind of characters are cautionary tales. They're not someone to look up to, and they are, they're intelligent, but they're using it for the wrong reasons, or going about the thing wrong. I think this has the potential to be a origin incel story, a nice guy trope story, real nice guy trope, because all the girl in the film is doing is going against him, double-crossing him, and going after the quote-unquote bad boys. So this is the perfect storm for this to not be a cautionary tale, but to show how Marv is in the right for what he's doing. Because I can't imagine this 50s B movie is going to handle, this kind of trope with much grace. We shall see, and maybe it will be a cautionary tale, and maybe I'm wrong. But something is telling me that this is not going to be good. But the only way that will be answered is by watching it. So let's get back to the film and see what happens.
I'm very disappointed in you, Marv.
Hi, Mr. Carter.
I think you do. Well, we might as well get this over with as quickly as possible. He wrote your paper, didn't he?
Of course not. I wrote it myself.
Oh, come now, Betty. You have many attributes, I will confess. But a comprehensive understanding of Shakespeare and his works is not one of them.
I studied. I worked real hard.
Well, Marv, you want to tell me the truth?
She wrote it honest, Mr. Carter.
All right, Betty. What is it all about?
Well, it's about Shakespeare and his plays.
You didn't even read it, did you?
Of course I read it. I wrote it.
Now, look. Neither one of you is fooling anybody but yourselves. Now, come on, Marv, admit it and get it over with. Come on!
Yes, sir.
That's better.
You didn't have to tell him. He couldn't prove it.
I hope you understand that I'll have to fail you for this, Betty. As far as you're concerned, Marv, your grades are too good. I can't possibly fail you. I can't even blame you when you come right down to it. But I am going to withdraw my recommendation for the scholarship. I thought that you were different, Marv. But I guess I was wrong. You don't deserve that scholarship, and you know it.
You're just bitter because you can't do anything but earn $60 a week with your fancy words and big brains. You have no right to flunk me.
That's all you're worried about. You don't even care that Marv may lose his opportunity to go to college because of you. That's all. You're both excused.
Betty! Betty!
Look, stay away from me, you fink.
Betty!
Look, you didn't have to tell him.
But he knew.
He didn't know. He couldn't prove it.
Betty, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Well, be sorry somewhere else and just leave me alone, huh?
You mean it's over just because of this?
Over. Now, what's there to be over?
Well, I thought you said that...
Look, I didn't say anything. You did all the talking, remember?
Oh, wow, you're just using me.
That's right. Look, all I know is now my father's going to kill me. He really will, and I'm not going to graduate, and I guess things just don't want to work out for me.
Betty? Betty, you said that you wanted to come back and throw diamonds and minks in his face.
So?
So if I could get those things for you, well, would it make a difference in the way you feel? I mean, about the whole world?
Thanks, Mar, but it won't help.
I mean it, Betty. Would it make a difference?
Well, bring him around first chance you get. Might make a difference at that.
I'll put it in the safe.
Isn't it a little risky leaving $1 million in the safe that long?
Why, Pop, you said you were through.
You gonna lecture me again?
No, I'm not going to lecture you again.
Good.
What happened, Pop?
She turned me down. I ain't good enough for her. Ain't got enough dough. They're all alike. Only thing they want is money.
Nobody will know it's there. Nobody will know it's there. Nobody will know it's there.
Pop, I'll be right back.
Where you going? You're going to see that girl again,
No, I'm
ain't
not
you?
going to see that girl again.
She's just like all the rest. You'll see.
Lay down, Pop. I'll be right back.
Marv, don't go. You're my son. You're all I got left in the world.
Come on, Pop, and I'll help you on the sofa. I'll be right back, Pop. When I get back, maybe we can show them all a thing or two.
Boy, if the guys could see me now.
They'd just be jealous, that's all.
Oh, I don't know it. Well, I'm supposed to be so hard and tough and all.
Tell me you love me.
I love you.
Again.
I love you, baby. I love you.
When are you going to prove it?
Prove it? You mean you don't believe me?
Oh, I believe it. But a girl likes to see something real, you know.
What do you mean, like a car or jewels or something?
Oh, or something.
You'll have it all someday, baby. I swear it, you'll have it all.
When?
Soon. When I get out of school and have a chance to look around a little.
Now, what if someone comes along who already has it?
I'd kill him and take it away.
Tell me again.
I love you, baby.
Want more engagement? Send us mail at russeyreels@outlook.com.
Now, back to High School Big Shot, hosted by Russey Reels. Marv has the perfect possibility. He has endless possibilities to become the villain of this movie. His, fascination and obsession with Betty, who was played by Virginia Aldridge, which she was in a few other projects. The most notable of the projects besides this film was a Star Trek episode called Wolf in the Fold, which was from the season 2 of the original series. But besides that, she wasn't really in too much. But his fascination with her and his obsession with her, and also the fascination and sexism that this film has for her, I think is very interesting. So I think the most notable to me is the teacher. When, he is caught cheating, I think it's interesting when he's like, oh, Marv, I don't blame you, but you shouldn't have done that. But his constant, I don't even blame you. When he's like, what does that mean? It's like a high school girl. It's like, what does that mean? And also that scene where he's talking to his dad, and his dad is like, don't trust him, Marv. The women only want one thing. They want your money. They don't care about you. They only want to take from you. They don't want to steal from you. And I think there's an interesting thing to be said here, where there is, a difference between what the author thinks and what the story thinks. So, for instance, there's a lot of stories that feature, pedophiles, sexist, racist characters in the story. But I don't think just having those characters makes the piece itself one of those prejudices. And it really is up to the narration to show the true colors of that. So if, for example, in this film, if all the men were saying this and we cut to Betty, and she was like, I don't want the money, or she was confused, or she was trying to get the money, to pay off something, or she had some deep reason why she needed the money, or she was trying to pay some pirate shark money to free her village, or just going through some kind of, scenario where she needs it, and she's doing a bad thing, but she has a reason, But this film doesn't have that. The narration, she is what Marv's dad fears. She is just a money-hungry woman, and as of right now, I don't think it's going to change. But yeah, she is the bad guy of the movie in many ways. Besides the film, besides the greed and the money itself. But I don't know. That's an interesting topic, but I think this film is not trying to make a message out of thinking this way. I think it's trying to say, we're right. So I wonder if Joel Rapp, who hurt him, I have no idea. But let's get back to it and maybe see if the film changes its mind, but I don't think it will. But we shall see.
gets out of my register?
Samuel, please, my most valuable possessions.
Sure, for stealing my cigars, drinking my wine, and dipping into my cash register.
Samuel, I'm shocked. Your own flesh and blood.
My what? Just because I'm married to your sister doesn't give you cause to come in and nail my inventory.
Well, she's your wife, isn't she?
Yeah, but...
And she's my sister?
Sure.
Then you admit it. What's yours is mine.
Look, I don't want to be a nag. Why don't you go get a job?
A job? Would you have a doctor take up a pick? A chemist sit behind the wheel of a truck?
If he was making a bum out of me, I would.
Samuel, I'm a professional man. There's no other way. Now, you were in the rackets. You ought to know that.
Yeah, but I gave it up 10 years ago. Sam? Hello? Yeah. Yeah, dear. Potatoes? Bread? Yeah, I'll pick it up. No, I won't forget. Yeah, goodbye, dear. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Your sister.
Your wife. Samuel, you are the last of the great gentlemen. Have a cigar.
Beat it, Bronk. You ain't old enough.
I'm not here to buy liquor.
Sorry, we're fresh out of Cokes.
Are you Sam Tolman?
Yeah, so?
I understand you're a friend of Harry March.
Harry March? Who's Harry March?
About the best safecracker around. Maybe the best in the business.
Never heard of him.
Okay. Just thought you might be interested in a deal.
Wait a minute, kid. What kind of a deal?
What difference does it make? You said you didn't know it.
I make friends real easy. What kind of a deal?
A big deal. $1 million cash.
$1 million cash? Kid, I'm busy. Why don't you go tell your fairy tale someplace else?
I mean it, $1 million cash.
And so where is it? Maybe it's in the Mint or maybe it's in Fort Knox.
It's about 6 blocks from here.
You're lying.
Look, I know where the money is and I know how to get it. All I need is someone that can open a safe.
So you ain't lying. How does a punk like you know where $1 million is?
Mr. Tolman, all my life, my brains have been sort of a curse. Now maybe I can make it pay off for everybody.
Let's say that you know where $1 million is, and let's say you have a plan how to get it. Where do I come in? And Harry?
You just tell Harry to be here tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. I'll explain it then.
Okay, kid, I'll have him here, but if you're lying...
I've already had one beating today. I don't suppose another one would kill me.
Well, where's your young genius?
He said 8 o'clock. It's only a few minutes after.
I'm surprised at you, Samuel. This is obviously somebody's idea of a joke.
Look, that's what I thought at first, but I could swear he was on the level after talking to him a while.
If there were $1 million hanging about someplace, every operator in the country would know about it.
Maybe so, but that's probably him now. Here he is, Harry.
Marv Grant.
Harry March.
Glad to meet you, Mr. March. I've heard quite a bit about you. All good, I might add, depending on which side of the law you hold with.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, let's not be so polite. I can't keep the store closed forever. I gotta make a living.
Okay, sit down and I'll explain it to you. Now, tomorrow night, there's a freighter docking at the pier. The Rose Lee out of Hong Kong.
So?
There's a shipment of pure heroin being smuggled in on that ship for delivery here.
Wait a minute. I refuse to have anything to do with narcotics. Besides, it's a federal rap.
Yeah, besides, you said it was cash.
I'm getting to that. Now, a syndicate here has agreed to take the heroin off the hands of the present owners for $1 million cash, relieving them of the risks and headaches of distributing and selling the stuff.
So we grab the $1 million before it gets to the guys with the junk.
Exactly. $1 million in untraceable, unmarked, probably highly ill-gotten cash.
Very well. So far, so good. Now, what about our cut for Sam and me?
55-45. Take it or leave it.
We'll take it. Now, what's the setup?
Walter Matthews is the middleman.
He's the guy that owns a warehouse on the dock, huh?
Right. The $1 million will be in his safe sometime tomorrow. At 11:15, Matthews and the dope owner arrive to exchange the heroin for the cash. Except by then, we'll have the cash.
What's to prevent us from taking the money before it ever reaches the safe?
I don't know when it's coming or how. If I knew that, it'd be easy. As it is, we'll be in a little after 11 and out a little before 11:15.
Why can't we get in by 10:30 and out in plenty of time?
Well, it's not that easy. There's one main entrance to the warehouse, with the sliding steel door locked from the inside.
So, how do we get in?
At exactly 11 o'clock, the second shift watchman comes on. The guard inside unlocks the door, and the new guard goes in. We go in with him. Now, you wouldn't mind knocking out a couple of guards for $500,000 cash, would you?
I guess I can handle it.
All right, once we're in, there's only two things left. Open the office door and open the safe. It's imperative that we be in and out in 10 minutes before Matthews and the other man arrive. Can you do it?
There isn't a safe built that I couldn't open within 6 minutes.
Good. Well, that's it. Any questions?
What about alarms?
Only two in the building. One at the main entrance and one at a smaller back entrance. We'll leave by the smaller back entrance, but don't worry about the alarm. It takes the police almost 4 minutes to respond and arrive at the scene. By that time, we'll be long gone.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds too good. Who ever heard of picking up $1 million that easy?
Well, it wouldn't be that easy, Sam, except for one thing. The holders of the money are involved in a rather illicit operation themselves, and they can't afford the elaborate protection that, say, a bank might.
You know, when you think about it, we're doing the world a favor, taking the money from them. It helps keep the heroin off the market.
All right, any more questions? Okay, we'll meet back here tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. And bring a car and a suitcase.
Oh, young man. I've worked with the best. But if you ask me, you've got a great future in this business.
I don't think so, Mr. March. As far as I'm concerned, this is strictly a one-shot affair.
Some kid, Harry, but real naive.
How do you mean?
I don't think it ever entered his mind that we could cross him. He spilled the plans, everything. What's to stop you and I from heisting the joint alone?
Just one thing, Sam. Honor. If men like us don't have that, we don't have anything.
Hello?
Hello, Betty. This is Marv. Please don't hang up. I've got to talk to you.
No, thanks. I thought I made myself pretty clear.
Please, Betty. This is important.
Okay, so talk.
Not on the phone. Can you meet me somewhere?
Why?
Money, Betty. Lots of money. Money to buy you everything you've ever wanted. Are you there, Betty?
Look, is this a gag?
I hope to die if it is.
Where do you want me to meet you?
Joe's Diner, 7th and Adams.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye. Would you like some coffee?
No, let's just get to the point.
I'm going to get some money, Betty.
Oh, really? How much?
Lots. Enough to buy you all the diamonds and mink coats in the whole world.
Your boss make you president of the company or something?
No, but I'm getting it, I swear it.
Look, did you get me all the way down here just to talk? Now, where are you getting this fortune?
I'm stealing it.
You're what? Oh, look, cut it out, will you? You haven't even got the nerve to lie.
I mean it, Betty. I'm stealing $1 million.
Look, you shouldn't joke about these things, Marv.
I'm not joking. I found out where there's going to be $1 million cash, and I've worked out a plan to steal it.
You're really serious, aren't you? You'd really do that for me?
Betty, I'm in love with you.
Can you get away with it?
I know I can. I've got the best safecracker in the business lined up to do it with me.
When?
Saturday night at the warehouse. We'll have to split with the other guys, but there'll be over $500,000 for us.
I could have everything I've ever dreamed of. I could finally spit in his face.
Now, back to High School Big Shot, hosted by Russey Reels. We have met our two other crooks involved in Marv's scheme. Real strange characters these two are, especially our safecracker character, Mr. Marsh, who was played by Stanley Adams. Adams was in a bunch of stuff, and most notably, he was in the film Breakfast at Tiffany's as Rusty Trawler, which that is a huge film compared to this. But as this is a crime drama, of course our crooks are proposing backstabbing, and there's going to be backstabbing in these kinds of stories. Samuel, the other crook who was proposing this, luckily was met with, some disapproval from Adams's character, basically giving him the honor among thieves platitude. Whether they stick with this or they don't is something we'll have to see. Speaking of sticking with, the Russey Reels schedule, besides the months-long gap, is supposed to come out every third Saturday of the month, as stated on the little title. Well, if you've noticed, this is September 30th, the 5th Saturday of September. And next month is Halloween. Halloween season, but October. Basically, it's just Halloween the month, but some people might want to just say it's October. But anyway, we're going to do a Halloween episode next month. I have a few ideas cooking in my head. We're going to do a Halloween-themed episode for sure, and it's probably going to come out on the day, which is not the third Saturday of the month. In fact, it's the very end of the month, obviously, on a Tuesday. So the Russey Reels schedule is kind of as flaky as Betty is in this film. So we'll have to see what happens. But, yeah, so expect next episode to be on the 31st of October, the day Halloween.
You're crazy. You're out of your mind.
Oh, am I? Listen, mister, I'm giving you a break you haven't got coming.
A break? Asking me to heist $1 million from guys who'll be armed to the teeth?
So who says you can't carry a gun yourself?
I never have. Look, I've copped radios, hubcaps, stuff like that, but I'm no big-time operator.
So what are you, then? All you have to do is grab them when they come out with the money. Look, you can get Larry and Bert to help you. You don't have to tell them how much it is. Look, aren't I worth it?
I don't know.
Oh, let me clue you, Buster. I'm getting out of this dump one way or the other. Now, if you want me to go with Marv, that's okay. But I'm giving you the chance to take me.
You wouldn't go with him. Not really.
Wouldn't I? For $500,000, I'd go with anyone.
Even if you didn't love him?
Now, what's love got to do with it?
I don't know.
Look, Finn. I want you, I really do. I've wanted you for years, and you know it. But I want something else, too. And maybe more than I want you, even. And if I can have them both, that's great. But if I have to choose... Will you do it?
Okay.
Package here for Mr. Matthews.
Okay, I'll see you gets it.
Okay, buddy, thanks.
Kid, is that for me?
Yes, sir, it is.
Bring it in here, huh?
What you eating, Pop? Beans?
All we got in the house. You want to bang?
No, you finish it.
You going out?
Uh-huh.
Well, don't you have some homework?
Pop, it's Saturday night, remember? School finished Friday.
Oh, sure, yeah. I keep forgetting. You got a date?
Yeah, sort of.
Marv.
Huh?
Did you get your check?
Pop, I don't get paid until the 15th. You know that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's just that Mrs. Fisher's coming up for the rent tonight, and I was wondering...
You blew your job, didn't you? What happened, Pop?
He reconsidered. Said he guessed I was too old. I know what to do, boy. Everywhere I turn, the same thing happens.
Pop, everything's gonna be all right.
It ain't fair to you, kid. No, it's true. I'm a burden. If I weren't around, you could do anything you want. Live your life the way you want. Go to college.
Look, Pop, I don't want you talking like that anymore, you understand?
Marv, listen. I want you to know one thing. No matter what happens, I want you to know I tried to be a good father to you. Really, I tried.
You're the best father a kid ever had.
Maybe I don't iron your shirts too good, but...
Pop?
Yeah?
Everything's gonna be all right, Pop.
Sure, sure.
You okay?
Sure.
No more booze?
Oh, no. Now, look, get going. You'll be late. Have a good time tonight, kid. Stay out of trouble, huh?
Sure, Pop. Remember what I said, Pop. Everything's gonna be all right.
Sure, I'll remember. Sure. I'll remember.
gin.
That's 5 in a row. Are you cheating?
Honor, Sam. Remember, honor.
Oh, yeah, sure.
How much you owe me?
About 6 thou.
Peanuts. Hello, son.
Hi, Harry. Who's Woody?
He's killing me. Would you fix these cars?
I told you repeatedly, Samuel, I am a thief, not a crook. Everything the same?
Mm-hmm. Throw the 7. Go on.
Gin.
I can't win for losing.
Figure it up. Well, you fellas have any plans what you're going to do with your share of the money, eh?
You bet. That sister of yours has had some good things coming for a long time. You know, I figure anybody that sticks with me all these years has got to get a break.
You're not so bad, Sam. How about you, Marvin?
Me? Oh, I'm going to get married, go to school.
College?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've always had a lust for education myself. I wonder if they'd let me in somewhere. That is, if I had enough money.
Sure, you could teach the kids to rob the professor's desk and steal the exams.
You're snide, Sam, but you are my flesh and blood.
Split little hearts. We have some time to kill.
Okay, but let's keep the stakes low. I don't trust him, and you're too smart.
High card deals.
You guys stand a shock?
Anything, Pops, lay it on me.
We're gonna get ourselves $50,000 tonight.
What are you smoking?
I'm serious. Dead serious. We can get it. If you guys got the guts.
For that kind of dough I got guts I ain't even used yet. What's a scam?
Okay, now you guys hear me, and hear me good. Now you guys ain't gonna believe half of this. None of it, maybe. But it's all true. Now, there's gonna be a safe robbery tonight. Not more than 3 blocks from here. Now, I know who's pulling it, and I know what we gotta do. All we do is wait for them to come out with the loot, and then we grab it. It's so easy, it scares me.
Who's doing it? Who told you?
Marv Grant.
Oh, come on, Vince. Quit putting this on.
I'm telling you. You mean all we gotta do is walk up and take it? That's right. With these.
Why can't I attract real dames like I attract this lousy Queen of Spades?
It's almost quarter off. Let's get going, huh?
No. I don't want to leave until exactly 10:45.
Why can't we leave now? Why do you have to cut it so fine?
Look, I've timed the ride a dozen times. It takes exactly 11 minutes to get from here to the warehouse.
Besides, I don't want to arrive at the ferry boat until exactly 10:52. We don't want to be hanging around the barrier.
Very well.
Okay, let's go. Good luck.
to High School Big Shot, hosted by Russey Reels. I know teenagers are stupid. I get that. I know people are stupid. But I just don't get what is so desirable about Betty. And I know it's probably just, shallow amorous reasons, but it just is very strange to me that these characters are just so easily corruptible. I think it's the most easily corruptible cast of characters I've ever witnessed in anything. The One Ring had a harder time corrupting people than the people in this film are being corrupted by Betty and the money. And I know money is evil and greed is evil, but it is just very strange just how quickly this film is getting, ordinary humans, teenage boys, and such to lie, which, that's pretty small, thievery, okay, and possibly murder. People have guns, people are showing off guns, and I think it's just crazy just how, crazy the cast got so quickly. And I know this was a double feature film, so it's only an hour, so they don't have too much wiggle room for more complex storytelling than that. But yeah, it's just funny to me just how bizarre they become so easily corruptible. And speaking of becoming easily corruptible, I think it's interesting in the editing process. Like, I don't know if it was the film messing up. I don't know if it was the editor messing up, or the director just being like, oh, we just gotta move on, the movie's about to come out. But there are so many moments in the film where there are just blatant cuts. There are blatant, scenes that were put together that were not meant to be together. And it just is edited poorly at times. And there's also that strange choice, and these mostly revolve around Marv's dad, which this scene also does. The strange choice I'm about to talk about is him looking right at the camera, as I am now, just suddenly. They have not done that in the movie. He looks up in his chair similar to this, and I forget what he says, but he just says it right to the camera, and it feels so out of place and very haunting. And I'm like, was he supposed to look somewhere that wasn't the camera, or is he genuinely supposed to look at the camera? I don't know, but it genuinely kind of startled me when I watched it, because I didn't expect that at all. We are at the end now. This is the finale. This is the climax. Only one person's going to take the money. So who will it be? The bullies? The crooks and Marv? Betty even? The guys who originally had the money? Or the police? Someone has to get it. But who is it? Well, these last 10 minutes in the film will answer that for us. So, bear with me as we watch the end.
Almost 10:51.
Relax, we'll make it. What is it?
Looks like an accident. What do we do? This is the only direct street to the ferry.
We'll have to detour. Hurry up. We're there. Well, there's another ferry in 2 minutes. All we can do is wait.
And pray.
What time is it?
10:58.
We'll never make it.
We've got to. Come on. Kill your lights. Almost 11:04. We may have missed him. Come on. They're never late, especially tonight.
What do we do now?
I don't know.
Accident. Stupid accident.
Listen.
Johnson.
That you, Biff?
Yeah. Sorry I'm late, Pete. There was an accident.
Have fun.
Broke off. Oh, but it's still in lock.
Come on, it's 7 after. We haven't got much time.
This might do it.
Well?
They're in luck. This one's easy.
It's 11:08. Keep your fingers crossed.
Mr. Grant? Are you there? It's Mrs. Fisher.
Got it.
Look at it. $1 million.
It's beautiful.
Come on, we have much time. Come on.
Come on, Harry!
Okay, that's far enough.
Vince,
Give me that case. Hurry up. Fitz, look, the cops will be here any minute. You can have some.
Shut up and give me that money!
Crazy, Vince? You didn't have to do that. Come on, let's go, Larry.
Last of the great gentlemen. Didn't even have a gun.
Vince! Vince, come on! Don't just stand there.
You made me kill him.
Come on! Come on! Vince! No, Vince!
There they are.
$1 million. Forget the money. Let's get out of here. I am loaded down with snow. Remember?
Why?
I don't know, Harry. I'm sorry. Pop, forgive me.
Now, back to High School Big Shot, hosted by Russey Reels. Well, shit. Murphy himself must have written that last segment. Absolutely everything that went wrong could have gone wrong. From The Wasp Woman to The Stranger to this was the bleakest film of them all. Vince is dead. Pop is dead. He hung himself. Samuel is dead. Betty is dead. Marv is going to jail. And the money is soaked and floating away. I would say that this film is overall fine. It's nothing too great, but not the worst thing I've seen either. I would say The Wasp Woman and The Stranger were far better than this, but I don't know, I had the most fun watching this one, which I don't know what that says about me, but I don't know, I had the most fun. I think it was the most, like, ridiculous at times. In the other films, Wasp Woman and Stranger, usually a character met their demise, and in this one, absolutely every character met their demise. Which, you know, thank you, Rap, for that. Who hurt you? Overall, I think, you know, it's good to be back doing this, and I'm, again, sorry for the month's hiatus, I guess. And, yeah, we have, you know, a Halloween episode coming up, and, you know, a few ideas after that, but hopefully we'll keep on a consistent schedule. But I just want to thank everyone for being here, and, you know, just... What's going on?
oh, 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 oh.